So, if you're running a business and if you're not on X or Twitter, you're missing out massively when it comes to scaling up your business. So, in this video, I'm going to explain how I exactly got 7+ clients with less than even 500 photos on X or Twitter, like whatever the hell you want to call it. So here's exactly what I did not do. I did not like run ads, or I did not do paid retweets or any of those like fancy stuff. Instead, some did something completely different. It's not like entirely different, but I did something that actually works. So here's what I did. So here's what like most people actually do. So most people either go completely into just inbound leads. I'm just gonna focus on inbound leads. So just they just focus on creating content and like engage a lot, and they just focus on inbound leads, and it doesn't work the best because inbound leads is good, but it's not like predictable. Like you can, let's say you post like two tweets and you get one or two inbound leads. You cannot be sure that if you add, let's say instead of two posts per day, let's say you post four posts, that doesn't mean you're going to get like 48 inbound leads. It's something like unpredictable, and it's not the best when it comes to like scaling up a business. So that method isn't the best. And what something that people do, the other method is just focusing on just cold DMs. So they just focus on having like 10 accounts. They get 10 accounts and like send like 10K DMs a day, and it kind of works because they just focus on sending a lot of volume, and they ignore the quality completely. And like when you're like sending 10K DMs a day, that volume by itself makes it work. But here's the problem: like, you cannot like send DMs for rest of your life just to get clients. So in the long term, you don't have any strategy. You're like consistently like find new leads and like send consistently just send like a lot of DMs just to like sustain your business. And in the long term, you have like nothing else to do. So that kind of strategy usually doesn't work on X either. So let me just explain like exactly like what I did instead. Instead, I did like these three stuff. So first, I focused on my profile. So most people will be like, "What the hell do you need to just focus on your profile?" And most people they just have random profile, and they just think I'm okay with my profile. And most people who skip this section, those are the people that need this section the most. So let me explain why the profile matters the most. So the first thing, it's the reply rate. So when you have like the solid profile, they'll people will just reply because before like replies to your like message, the first thing they check out is your message, and second thing is your profile. And if your profile looks trash, the reply rate is going to like be completely just nothing. So reply rate definitely matters. For that, profile matters a lot. And second thing, when you have a good profile, you just get more inbound leads. And as much as inbound leads isn't predictable and everything, inbound leads are pretty good. It feels pretty good, get inbound leads and getting people who are like already interested, and you don't have to do any work. So you can just have that just by optimizing your profile right. So that's the second thing. So let me just explain how to exactly do that. So first thing a lot of people just focus on is just the banner. And as you can see, my banner is just myself just staring into the mountain, and I don't know what the hell I'm doing right there. But that's just my banner, and it simply just doesn't matter in your entire profile. The banner just doesn't matter. People aren't going to like look at it that much. The main thing would be the profile picture. So like having like a human face usually works the best. So most people have some random anime picture. Just have your face, just smile or do whatever, or just wear a cooling glass and just be a cool guy. I just did that, and it works the best. So just do whatever the hell, have like a good profile picture with good lighting and good quality picture. That's the main thing. And here comes the most important part. That's your like bio. So With your bio, a lot of people do a lot of fancy shit, but the most important part is that you just have to like talk a little bit about what you do. You can even simply just say, I do XYZ, helping XYZ people. That's something that's completely enough. So for my bio, I just wrote turning founders into the guy in their niche with the authority loop, something like fancy stuff. And the main thing you have to do is adding some kind of client result, like I have mentioned 40 plus clients served, so that instantly shows that I'm experienced and it instantly adds more authority. So depending upon your niche and your business, you definitely need to add some kind of client result that instantly hooks people in. So you can, add some kind of client result like got 5 million plus and client result, something like that. It instantly adds more authority. So that's something I would often recommend with the bio. So the final thing is your pin to it. That's the most important part of the whole profile thing, because as much as like people check out your profile and everything, your content and everything, the pin to it is the most important part. Because like when people, let's say you send them a DM or they check out your profile, they check out your content, they'll just check out your profile, and the first thing they're mainly going to consume is your pin to it. So your like profile picture and bio, these both are important because that's what makes them hook into your like brand. But the pin to it, that's what explains everything. So mostly, people just have random stuff in their pin tweet, but the thing that works the best for my own clients is just have like a pin tweet talking about some kind of client case studies, or like explain about your own journey. So, you can talk about like how you scale your business to XYZ amount per month, or how you got a client X amount of dollars a month in just 30 days, something like that. Have like a long pin to it, and then have like a call to action saying, if you want similar results, DM me some kind of word. It usually works the best. So that's what you have to do with your profile. And second thing I did to like get clients with less than 500 followers is focusing on my brand. So as much as telling, I have less than 500 followers and I did all this stuff, the main thing I also did was, building up my own brand, because obviously I help others build their brand. So obviously I need to have my own brand. But despite like whatever the business you're running, you definitely should have like you should be like focusing on growing your brand. So the first thing, it gives you trust. As much as I love to say that followers doesn't matter, having like a lot of followers obviously helps. Like let's say you get a message, exact same message from two accounts. One account has like 100K followers and the other account has like 100 followers. You're obviously going to trust the account with like highest follower count. So trust definitely builds off us. You have like more followers, but I wouldn't say just focus on getting more followers and do some stupid strategy. The main thing is building up your brand in an authoritative way, so that it helps you like build more trust. And second thing is obviously reply rate. The more trust you have, like more reply, more people like will reply. And the third thing is the long term. So when you have like a bigger brand, when you, let's say you get to 100K or 10K or 100K followers, you'll simply just start getting inbound leads just by posting content. So in the long term, you will have like a consistent lead flow. So that's something why I was also focusing on building my brand. And the main thing you have to do in terms of building a brand is the content. So with content, it's how follow like a framework known as like Gap framework. So for that, first one is growth content, which is usually insights inside your brand and everything, just random stuff. The authority, this is like the main type of content you need to be posting when it comes to getting more inbound leads and everything. So if with authoritative content, it's mainly talking about your client results and client case studies. Like here I mentioned like help a client with less with less than 500 followers get inbound leads from 7 to 8 figure founders. When people read that, they instantly get attracted in terms of, they just see the client result like I helped someone, and when they feel like they're in the exact same position and they feel like I can help them. So that's the main goal with your authoritative content. And third one is personal type of content. So obviously it's a personal brand, so adding like a personal touch obviously helps with getting more, like building more trust and everything. And that's the main thing I would recommend with the content strategy. And yeah, the main thing isn't just the content ideas and everything, it's the content writing style. So on X right now, I see a lot of people, just writing one line content or creating content that sounds like AI or like some kind of LinkedIn post. So you need to have the formatting and everything right. So like if you actually like see these tweets, even if you like don't know, even if you can't exactly see the words, you'll simply love to read the tweets because it's like formatted in the right way, and it looks really really great to like read it. So that's the main thing you want to do with your content. So that's the content strategy I use. And the third thing I did is outbound. And here, this is a thing a lot of people like mess up, because inbound is good to have, but outbound is where you can actually like scale up your business. So you can either do like cold DMs or warm DMs, and there's like a lot of confusion among which kind of DMs you should be doing, because cold DMs. Some people hate cold DMs, saying it's just you're just directly selling to people, and with warm DMs, you're just there's a lot of people telling you're just building like fake connections, and you should just directly pitch, and there's like complete confusion among that. So when it comes to DMs, it doesn't matter cold DMs or warm DMs. The main thing is it depends upon your like niche. So cold DMs, it usually works like for B2B niches and direct stuff. So if you just need you can like pitch directly to people. Cold DMs usually works, and warm DM usually works for like B2C niches like personal trainers or like life coaches and people like that, and like niches that needs to like build some trust with the prospects before you can start talking about the business side of things. So that's the main thing. And for with my own strategy, I did like cold DMs, and for it worked really well because I did not just send cold DM, I attached it with like free value. So as I'm like helping people like build up their brand, I mainly like offered people free content and help them also like record them Loom video explaining a little bit more about their brands and give them some ideas around content and everything. So that's how it build trust with them. And with cold DMs, it's usually you have to like focus on giving people some kind of free value. That kind of funnel usually works the best. So depending upon your niche, you can like find out like what kind of free advice you can give. It can be like, let's say you do like email marketing, you can give them like a free email audit, or let's say you can write few emails for free and like send it over to them. It usually works. So depending upon niche, you can like offer some kind of free value and like create your cold DM according to that. So that's the exact like three-step strategy which helped me get 7+ clients with less than 500 followers on X. So if you're a business owner who's trying to like build your brand on X or Twitter, and if you want to like scale your business, you can book a call with me here, and there's a link in description. So shamelessly like plugging in my offer. So yeah, if you need help with that, book a call with me. Let's definitely have a chat about everything. So yeah, that's the main thing with the video. Peace out.